I don't know how long you've been a Zoom.
I don't know about this haircut.
I'm going for a J-Lo flow.
Not bad.
You want to keep it for the video?
Take the saran wrap up. I want it all natural. All natural. You think this is all natural? No, it really is. But I will get Botox one day. This dish is part of the Feel Good Food Plan. We did this last year. Myself, Chris Morocco, the rest of the Healthyish team, and it was a huge success. You guys loved it. So we're coming back round 2, and this is one of the new recipes. And it's a soup that I've been making for a while now, and it's just one of those like stick to your bones, really satisfying chicken soups.
What does stick to your bones mean?
Stick to your bones, just like it sits in your stomach. I don't know. Sticks to your bones.
I've never heard that.
Stick to your bones. Stick to your bones.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I guess I'm
No,
a
it
weird
means
one.
like satisfying, like it'll
Yeah.
stick with you for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're gonna take a large saucepan, and you're gonna start with 3/4 pound boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I didn't do really anything to this. Not so sexy, but that's okay. We're gonna add 1/3 cup of jasmine rice, rinse to just get kind of the excess starch out. When you're rinsing it, you should rinse it until the water runs clear. And if you don't have jasmine rice, you could use a short grain varietal, so a sushi rice or whatever you can find. I'm using 2 inches of ginger. It's just peeled. I'm just gonna trim it up a bit. Thinly slice this. Now I thinly slice it because I want to have pieces of ginger. I want to taste it and like bite into it. Why are you smiling, Ben? Why are you? What? What is it? No. What is it? Do I have something?
Because you sliced that whole ginger while looking at the ginger. I'm shocked. You didn't look up at the camera while you were slicing.
Are you challenging me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna add this ginger to the pot, and then I'm going to slice the remaining half of this ginger while looking at you. All right? And thinking about what I would do if this knife accidentally slipped into Ben's body. Sorry, that's a little gruesome. You're gonna cut that out? Okay, add the rest of the ginger. This is gonna be really gingery. It's gonna add this kind of zingy ginger heat to it. We're gonna take 4 cloves of garlic. We're just gonna slice these up as well. You know, just really thin. Originally, I left these garlic whole when I was developing the soup, and then I decided I was going to leave them whole and then take them out and then smash them. And then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to slice them up and then add it to the soup. It just makes it even more more garlicky. So this soup doesn't have a lot of ingredients, but it has a lot of flavor. And then with this, I'm going to add 6 cups of water. We're gonna place this over medium-high. You don't necessarily need this to come to a boil. You just, as soon as it starts to kind of bubble, you're just gonna reduce it to medium-low, let it go for about 12 minutes. And this is just to cook the chicken thighs through. We're gonna pull them out once they're just cooked through, let them cool, and then we'll shred them up. If you see any foam that rises to the top, skim that off. I'm gonna add pinch of salt. We'll adjust the salt at the end, but I just want to add some salt in the beginning. So this has been going for about 10 to 12 minutes. We're just going to skim this a bit. It's not too much foam. It's already super fragrant. The rice is starting to break or has broken. And we're going to let this keep going while I slice up some sweet potatoes. 2 sweet potatoes. I'm gonna leave them unpeeled. 1, flavor, nutrients, but also that's just gonna allow the sweet potato to stay intact. Cut into kind of 1/2-inch rounds. Don't use that. Okay, so we have our sweet potatoes. We're gonna add this to the pot. Okay, we're gonna...
I can see that.
What?
Magic. Wow.
Okay, we're gonna add these sweet potatoes to the pot and let them go for about 15 minutes until they soften. We're gonna give this a stir. You want the rice to break like it has, but you're not going for a kind of congee consistency where it's thick and creamy. This is really just a soup that happens to have broken rice in it that's really soft, but hasn't thickened the soup that much. So we're gonna let that cook until the sweet potatoes are nice and soft, and then we'll pull out the chicken, let it cool slightly, shred that up, add it back to the pot. The chicken is done. I'm gonna pull that out. It hasn't been going at a rapid boil, and you can see that the rice is broken, it has slightly, but it hasn't fully dissolved. The sweet potato is nice and tender, garlic, ginger. It's really fragrant right now. I'm gonna leave this. You can leave it over really low heat. These are really hot. Ideally, you would let the chicken cool slightly, but I'm just gonna shred it with 2 forks. I mean, you could do it with 2 forks too. It's cleaner. I like doing like really fine shreds. If you want it to be more chunky, you could leave it into bigger pieces, but I don't know. I like the chicken to kind of be really incorporated into the soup. This is supposed to be for 2 people, but you're most likely to have leftovers, which is a good thing. Like this soup lasts. You could definitely make it ahead of time. So the rice is broken, cooked through, the sweet potatoes are cooked through. It's super fragrant. I'm gonna add that shredded chicken back in. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons soy sauce or tamari. If you don't wanna add any soy sauce or tamari, you can just season it with salt. I'm gonna taste. It's really tasty. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. And then what I love to do is add a lot of lemon juice. You could add lime juice, but I just like the kind of tart brightness that lemon juice can give. And I'm gonna add both halves. And it just kind of brings the soup back to life. So you end up getting this kind of lemony, ginger, garlicky soup. I'm gonna do a bowl of this. And then I have some cilantro. I love the stems. It adds texture and it has a lot of flavor, so I'm gonna give that just a rough chop. We're gonna just put that on top. I like some heat, so there's no red pepper flakes, there's no fresh chili or anything like that. You could add that. I just love black pepper with this soup, so I'm gonna add a good amount. And there you have it. This dish comes together in about 45 minutes with only a handful of ingredients. It's something that is super satisfying. It's one of my favorite recipes for the Feel Good Food Plan, and I hope you guys make it.
Hey, Chris. Chris, you want to try this soup?
Yeah. Why is Andy hunched over looking really sad about it, though?
Oh, I'm just like
loud.
I'm just starved. I know, seriously.
Oh, this soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, we'll get.
Yeah. All right. Cool. From Feel Good Food Plan.
Yep.
Cool. I'm fired up. Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Oh, thank you.
Chris, I heard you and Andy got a haircut on the same day.
We didn't mean to.
I held up a picture of Andy and was like, make me look like him, and he held up a picture of me and was like, make me look like him. That's sort of just like the plan from now on. I love this. I love that it's not congee. It's like chicken and rice soup,
Yeah.
but with a little something.
Yeah, it's like it does help thicken the soup a bit, but it doesn't take it to that point where the rice is fully dissolved and creamy and very thick place.
It's so good. I think like, yeah, the rice adding body, and then like you have like a rich flavor, but it gives you a feeling of like satisfaction, you know, that belies like how like clean everything in here is. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys.